Hey everybody, it's Dustin.
And Rita.
And we're back for another episode of Iwouldcampthat. We are up, Halloween's just around the corner, and we figured it would be fun to come and check out a place that's labeled as a ghost town in Alberta. So we're up in Amber Valley right now, just off Highway 55. It's just east of Athabasca. It's technically a part of Athabasca County. It used to be called Pine Creek.
Way back when.
Yeah, so there's a mural here with some of the history and some of the prominent people. So basically back in, I think it was 1909.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were, it was the first predominantly black community in Alberta. There were people fleeing the states because there was a lot of racial persecution going on in the southern states, down in Texas, that kind of thing. So they came up here to get away from that, make a life for themselves. And yeah, so interesting history here. The town really started, what year did they get a post office?
In 1931 is when they got a post office, and they changed the name from Pine Creek officially to Amber Valley.
Okay.
The population, like, it kind of went up and down a little bit, but initially there was like almost 1,000 people immigrating and then spreading out, and then this community here had several hundred people. It was a lot for a small community just starting out.
Yeah, and it slowed down in the 1950s. People were starting to move to bigger cities. And that's what happens to a lot of small towns. People were moving to bigger cities for more opportunities.
Especially with Edmonton just over that away.
Yeah, Edmonton, Calgary, Winnipeg, that kind of thing. So yeah, we've never been here before. It's -7 degrees Celsius right now. So we're just in front of the community hall right now, actually, which there's lights. I do see some cameras. I don't know if they're actual cameras, but the place does have power, you know, so it probably still gets used for community events and such.
What's poignant is that there's actually 2 ball diamonds here, and Amber Valley actually was one of the first black communities to have its own baseball team in that era.
Yeah, and there's a playground, gazebo, picnic tables. There's even a fire pit and an outhouse down there. I don't think we're gonna try starting a fire just because like all the wood's wet and stuff, and we are gonna get cold, but we're definitely gonna get some dinner going. I don't see any, I see signs saying no parking in front of the doors, but I don't see any signs prohibiting actual night camping here. So I think we'll make a go of it, and we'll get some dinner going, and then yeah, we'll do a little ghost town camp.
Happy Halloween!
We are quickly losing daylight, and it is expected to get, I think it's expected to get down to about -10 degrees Celsius tonight. So I think what we're gonna do now is get dinner going here right quick. That'll help to heat my hands up. These gloves are wonderful, but I'll have to take them off for cooking. These fingers are very bulky and can't really do much with them. So if you wanna follow me over here, I will show you what's on the menu tonight. Okay, so we've got the fridge in the back here. We did have it turned on while we were driving here, just plugged into the truck. But with how cold it is, I mean, the fridge is not going to have to do any work whatsoever. So we've, unfortunately, this door doesn't like to stay open. If you want to just come in here, Rita. So we've got some, we got a few different things in here. We got some margarine that we can use for the pan. We're gonna be doing some chicken thighs and some instant scallop potatoes. And I've also got so there's the instant scallop there. And I've also got a can of corn in here as well too. So we'll get some veggies in there. And you know, we've got some water, some other stuff in here too. But for right now, I'm just gonna kind of finagle stuff around here, and we'll get that out. Chicken's right at the bottom. It's always a good idea to leave your meat at the bottom. So we've got our chicken thighs here, and yeah, I think it's gonna be a good supper. In order to, since we have all these picnic tables around here too, I think I'm gonna set the grill up on a picnic table. We'll probably just move the truck, just so Rita's close by, and anything I need is close by. But I think we'll set up the grill on a picnic table, just so we're keeping food smells out of the truck. Oh, that feels heavenly. Woo! Okay, that should be about 2 cups. Pour some milk in there. This will be for the scalloped potatoes. What do you figure, the whole thing?
Nah, like half of it.
Half
I don't want to.
okay.
Yeah, I don't want to overboil the pot.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nice.
Okay, so we've got our chicken thighs going. We've got the instant scalloped potatoes. Once those are done, we'll boil up some corn. Got some chicken seasoning here. A little hard to see. I'll just hold it in the light here. Blue ribbon chicken seasoning. Not too bad, just little flakes. Yeah, so this is good, and this is nice too, because my hands, how are your hands feeling, Rita?
Holding the flashlight pretty cold.
Yeah? So yeah, no, holding the hand down here is kind of nice, because you get a little bit of steam and warm your hands up a little bit. Okay, well, we'll just keep at that, and I think we're both in agreement that we're going to eat in the cab with the heat on, eh?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. You know, had I known there were fire pits out here, we definitely could have considered starting a fire, but really when I looked up this place, I could only see a frontal picture of the community hall. I didn't know all this stuff was out there, out here, so definitely something to consider if we come back here again.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep our feet warm as well as our hands if we have a full fire going.
Yeah, no kidding, no kidding. Sometimes you don't know what your options are until you actually go out and see the place for yourself.
Adventure!
That is part of the adventure. Okay, so the chicken pan, the scalloped potatoes, and lastly we've got the corn going right here. Be good to get out of this cold, babe.
Oh yeah, with some hot food.
Yes. Okay, we're in the cab. Heat's going. How's your food, babe?
For dinner tonight, we have pan-fried blackened chipotle chicken, sliced potatoes au gratin, and niblet corn. Bon appetit.
Wow, you're making this sound a lot more fancier than it actually is, eh? No, this is great though, the bowls. The one thing about eating in the cab is it can be extremely messy. So eating out of a bowl is a really good idea, just to try and keep things contained. I've eaten a few meals in the cab here off plates, and yeah, it's really easy to make a mess. So this is nice though. Hands are cold, but we got this meal. We're gonna be well fed. There is an outhouse in a dark, creepy part of the woods.
I ain't using it.
Well, I'm just saying, if bathroom emergency comes up, it's nice to know that it's there. Beggars can't be choosers, right?
Haunted outhouse in the ghost town? No, I ain't using it.
I'd do it.
Of course you would.
Well, you know.
Don't let the ghost get your wiener.
I mean, as long as like a raccoon doesn't climb out of there, I'm okay with it. Okay, so hard to see, but we've just moved away from the cultural center. We're adjacent to the fence line of what looks like a baseball diamond here. Believe me, the temptation to go over to the cultural center and plug in and use some of their power is there, but I don't want one of the locals. It is a farming community. People out here probably keep an eye out for, you know, suspicious people, suspicious vehicles out of place. And I definitely love to have the opportunity to come back here again, so don't want to ruffle any feathers. But babe, we should jump in and we should warm up.
Put some warm socks on.
Yeah, and get the blanket going and everything. And yeah, this is always the worst part, is getting in and getting settled. But once you find your cozy spot, you're generally pretty good to go. Okay, well, according to my phone, it's -5. Feels like -8.
That sounds more like it.
It's supposed to get down to about -10, -11 overnight degrees Celsius. We've got the electric blanket going in the jackery. And yeah, we're just bundling up now and just trying to stay warm. I think really my feet are getting the worst of it.
For those of us that aren't a hue and furnace, I am wearing fleece tights, fleece pajama pants, a shirt, a sweater, and then in lieu of a hat or a hood, I'm wearing another blanket up over my head. Plus the sleeping bag, the electric blanket, the red blanket, and Dustin's body heat. So maybe I won't freeze to death.
Yeah, you kind of look like a Jedi with a very confused color scheme.
Use the Force.
Okay, so we're just gonna wind down and then get ready for bed. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna follow up with you in the morning just so you can kind of see. This is a really amazing area, and I want to make sure you folks get a chance to see it when we have better light. We lost light very quickly when we got here, so.
That's part of northern Canada living, but thankfully that means that when we do have light, it's usually quite strong in the middle of the day, so we'll be able to see a lot more then.
Do you have peanut butter cups?
It's Halloween.
I want a peanut butter cup.
What do you say?
Peanut butter now, please?
Trick or treat.
Can I has peanut butter cup, please?
Trick or treat.
Thank you.
Smell my feet. Give me something good to eat.
Okay, chat with you all in the morning.
Good night. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How'd you sleep?
Not too bad. Were you warm enough?
Yeah, it took me forever to get my feet to warm up. I'll definitely have to get some better socks for this. But once I, after a couple of rounds of the blanket and just making sure I was wrapped up good, it was a good sleep. It was nice and quiet out here too. No wind. You could hear the odd car on the highway, but we're pretty tucked into the woods back here, so it was a quiet sleep. So now that we've got some better light, just do another roll around here. This area is huge. I did not expect this to be so big. And this is where we slept, right along the fence line of this field here. And there's Rita. And yeah, it was a good spot. Like I said, it was a quiet sleep. And our way out is just over there. And there's definitely some fire pits. Like there's one there, there's a fire pit down there. There's definitely some evidence that this is at least a day use area. I'd be interested to come back here in the summer and check it out. Well, happy Halloween, everyone. That was our Halloween special. If you'd like to see more ghost town footage for future Halloween episodes, definitely let us know. And we might even do one when it's not Halloween. But I think we're gonna take off because my hands are getting cold. I don't know about you, mine are getting pretty cold.
I need to use the bathroom, but I don't want to use the haunted outhouse.
That's fair. I don't want a raccoon biting my butt either, so. All right, take her easy, everybody. This was Iwouldcampthat, and we will see you next time.